The powers that be have to know that you are for real. And we're for real when we're able to take our values, not only live them out to the fullest extent of sacrifice, no matter what level of sacrifice that may cause us, even our own lives, but we also have the duty and the responsibility to pass those on to the next generation. Just as valiantly as Connor Pfeiffer spoke a minute ago as young Republicans from Alamo Heights High School, Seth Cabellero, young Republicans from Churchill High School, will address us right now.
It seems more and more present, Americans are beginning to forget what the actual term freedom is. For the past 4 years under this administration, we constantly hear about the newest mandates by the federal government. States' rights, which are citizens' rights, are slowly diminishing. This is not the United States of France. This is the United States of America. Some may be in this listening crowd who are not religious at all and may believe this piece of legislation is wonderful. This piece of legislation should be threatening to you no matter what your religious orientation is, even if you choose to be atheist. I will be the first to admit I am not a Catholic, but I most certainly know this piece of legislation affects me and the future of this country. These people have the right to their religious freedom, as do you, which is clearly stated in the Constitution. Not having a religion is very much a freedom as well. The Catholic Church has been against contraception, abortion, and sterilization since the beginning of their religion. Now, you may agree or you may disagree with that, but that is your individual freedom to do so. Where does the federal government have the right to not just say what an institution must sell, but give away free of charge? This may not seem as much of an issue to some due to them not being Catholic. But what about the Jews, Mormons, Buddhists, and Muslims? Every religion has long-reigning traditions. One thing all these religions, including Catholicism, have in common is they all fast on certain days of the year. Now, what if the federal government came to the conclusion that fasting had been determined harmful to our health and it would not be allowed anymore? Now, some may find their religious freedom being infringed upon. Now, if any atheists are left here still wondering how they're being affected by all this, it's really simple. Atheism, which rejects all deities, and by rejecting all deities, they believe it is individuals themselves who determine what is right and what is wrong. Not one big power or a few agreeing bureaucrats, but the actual individuals themselves. For a governing body up in Washington to determine what is right and what is wrong for the entire population of the United States of America infringes upon individual freedom. Atheists are now being forced to cover these services, and it may not be a moral problem for them, but they are losing their individual decision to decide for themselves. I'm sure there's an atheist out there who runs a hospital or an insurance company that simply does not want to provide this coverage because they can't afford to. At the very least, the states themselves should be the ones determining if they would like to participate in this piece of legislation or not. By not even allowing the states to opt out of this program shows again the unconstitutionality by the federal government by not allowing states' rights to occur. The only term this administration knows of is mandate. Now, why of all products must contraception be free? I mean, why not heart drugs or blood pressure medicine, but contraception, I mean, this is nothing more than my opposing party wanting you to believe we are solely about religion and that we have a lack of respect for women's rights. Read my lips. Women will always have the access to contraception. When you walk away from here, remember, I'm not trying to deny you contraception. I am against the federal government stating it must be given away free or at the cost of the institution that never got its choice to decide. You will, and you will always have your right to obtain contraception. The issue here, which is being infringed upon, is the right to our own individual freedom.